So that's...
It is Friday, April 20th, 2012. We are at the, and it is 9:02. We're at the Baca Grande Water and Sanitation District shop. Present are all board members and Steve Harrell. We do have members of the public here. They will introduce themselves shortly. We are at 57 Baca Grande Way South. We're going to start with administrative matters. And also we have AJ and Jennifer on the phone. Hey, Tom.
Yeah, good morning.
Hey, good morning. Is there anyone else on the phone other than AJ and Jennifer?
No, it's just us two.
That's enough. Okie dokie. All right, we're going to start with administrative matters. Does anyone have any disclosures or potential conflicts of interest to present? No. Hearing none, we will move on to approve the agenda. I'm sure everyone has had a chance to review the agenda. Does anyone want to make any additions?
I have two additions, Chris. Under financial, I'd like to add just an update on the Colorado College pilot payment.
Okay.
That's item E.
Yeah.
And then under legal items as B, I'd like to add the First Amendment to the well site easement from Jamie Ireland.
Okay.
And that's all I had for addition.
And where was Jamie Ireland under legal matters?
Legal matters B.
Yeah, under legal matters is item B is the First Amendment to the well site agreement.
Okay, yeah, that was just handed to me. Congratulations.
Oh, great.
Well, congratulate me once I get it signed from him, but it should be in the mail.
Okay, cool. Okay, and I have one addition as well. I'm not sure where to put this, but it has to do with the forum, the Common Ground Forum that presented the candidates.
We got under election, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where is...
Yeah, we have the election agenda item. We can just talk about it there.
Okay, and that's, so basically that would be A1.
Yeah, or just a general discussion within the item of A. We don't necessarily have to add anything.
Okay.
Where is that?
Yeah, I'm not saying.
It's under legal matters. It's A.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, and we'll put that as common ground facilitation fee.
Okay.
Okay, so I think we're ready to go. And
Oh, wait, did we discuss this?
what?
The MOU, can we put that in someplace?
Yeah, let's put that under legal.
Okay.
Okay. MC.
Okay, MOU.
With the Fish and
Forest Service.
Forest Service.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so that's legal too. All right. MOU Forest Service. So you're going to have an update on that. Thank you. Okay, great. All right, I think we're ready to go. Does anyone want to make a motion to approve the agenda with the additions?
I make that motion.
Second.
Martin.
Martin motions.
Parvin second.
Parvin seconds. Do I hear any further discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Motion carries. All right, and now we're on to review and consider approval of the March 16th regular meeting minutes. Does anyone have any corrections to the minutes?
No. Did we, I saw on the back of this, there was a form, application for disconnection of service form. Did we look at that last meeting?
There was, no, the application actually wasn't there. What we discussed was the resolution that was
Okay.
connected to that.
Okay,
No, here's what it looks like.
okay.
Do I hear a motion to approve the March 16th minutes?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Vicki motions,
Second.
Phil seconds. I just started sipping this coffee. Do I hear any further discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Motion carries. Okay, we're now in the public comment portion. Do people want to take a moment and introduce themselves? We'll start.
My name is William Howell, greeting.
Hi, William.
Hello.
William, Karen,
Cindy Reinhardt, good morning.
and good morning, Cindy.
And I'm Tom Onco. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Don Allen, good morning.
Good morning, Don.
And I know, although he's not here, that Frank will be here.
He'll come.
I just saw him at breakfast, he's on his way.
Frank,
Judson, is it? No.
Yeah,
Is it Judson?
I think so. Somebody, because I thought it was Johnson and someone corrected me.
No, I think it's Judson.
Yeah.
Frank, he's coordinating with...
did you want to say something?
No, but just to know he's coming, so
Oh,
he doesn't have to
okay.
interrupt.
Oh, okay. Does anyone have any public comment today?
Waking up.
I have a request that I didn't know this until I saw the agenda. Could the legal matters election piece go early if you think you're gonna be as late as you were last week? 'Cause I'm not gonna be able to come back after lunch and I'm interested in that piece. So I don't know how heavy and long the earlier the agenda is, but I would personally appreciate that.
Yeah. The only thing would be water matters and if we have a time set up with Denison.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think from looking at the agenda, maybe if it pleases the board, we have about 45 minutes before Marcus is going to call and actually Kendall today. So perhaps what we could do is handle the two items that we know people are interested in, such as the corrosion control update as well as the election. I think we would have time to get both of those components in before 10 o'clock.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
that sounds like a great idea.
So we're
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Okay, I'm not hearing any other public comment, so I think we will move on then to corrosion control analysis, which is in operations, B. And we will get an update about that. Steve, do you want to start?
AJ, would you
Okay. Yeah, that's probably better.
like to comment on that, or would you
Yeah,
like me to?
so we did receive a letter from the state, and it was in response to the corrosion control plan that was submitted by McLaughlin Water Engineers. And the state is asking for clarification on several of the conclusions that Ron McLaughlin came to. And they want additional testing, and Ron is he's in communication with them now about where we go from here with regard to the long-term corrosion control plan. However, we are simultaneously pursuing a change to the water treatment plan, which would incorporate the soda ash that we've talked about before. And Ron is currently in the design phase of that improvement. So he needs to design that, and I expect he's going to have something within about a week. We met with him by teleconference earlier this week to discuss the status. He's going to submit his design to the health department for review and approval. So that'll allow us to make a change to soda ash. But in the meantime, there is still a lot of work to be done to determine what the optimal method is, and that's what we ultimately will have to do. So some of the testing methods recommended were like long-term data gathering. So, I mean, the actual process may take a year or possibly longer to figure out what the optimal plan is. In the meantime, we will move ahead with soda ash as soon as we can get the design approval from the state. The optimal plan, once determined, we'll have to implement. So that might necessitate a change to whatever that optimal plan or optimal method is. So in the meantime, though, we will change what we're currently doing as quickly as we can.
Is there a caveat that it could be that the state decides that potash is not the right way to go?
Correct.
In which case,
I mean, it's really going to determine what tests they want to see and how much data that they want. And you know, right now, I will tell you that I'm pretty confident that the state is going to be very, very thorough in its analysis. You know, because they've been under some scrutiny over their implementation of the lead and copper rule, which is what this is all governed by. And the rule is very complex, and they have, in the past, in my opinion, my personal opinion, I think the state has made some judgment calls as to what they would say, you know, meets their approval in the way of a corrosion control analysis. But now, you know, given that they have come under some scrutiny lately, I believe they're really going to go by the book.
Yeah.
Which is going to require some long-term data gathering. Unfortunately, that's going to mean more time and probably expense to us to go through that whole process.
Right. We're being used as an example. That's what I got out of it big time.
I think that's, you know, that is a reasonable assumption.
Yeah, by the tone of it. I wanted to ask you though. I'm kind of curious. They brought up the calcium data gathering, and then they kind of focused on the CCR. And I was wondering if you could explain to me what they were saying, because I was having trouble understanding the scrutiny that they were placing on the CCR. What is your interpretation of that, AJ?
Well, and Stephen, please jump in if you've got better information than me. And really, these are the kinds of questions that Ron, our engineer, is going to address with the state. But my interpretation is this, that Ron McLaughlin gave the state some information based on his experience. For instance, lime was one of the methods that he in his analysis discussed. And his conclusion basically was, hey, lime is a perfectly fine solution. However, it's not practical because, you know, in his experience, when you feed that particular product, it continually plugs up, and it's an operator's nightmare. So there was no effective way to make that work. So he introduced that data based on his personal experience. So what the state, I believe, is asking for is actual lab-tested data rather than just personal experience on many of these matters. Now, with regard to calcium, I really don't know what they're asking for. I'm going to leave that to our engineer.
Okay.
But, you know, again, like, the point I'm making is that Ron has probably, 30 or more years of experience in these kinds of things, and he's seen how the state operates, and in prior years, his professional experience would be enough. Now they're really asking for data gathering and bench testing of...
Right, they want baseline data.